day number 8, 3rd of March, and we still in Romania. We came to the car service just to make sure something about our car. Still getting in use. My parents went to the market because in the groceries there's not much food left and it's very expensive. So my dad drove to famous Privoz, if you know what I'm talking about, in Odessa. And like I was a bit worried because he was not home for maybe about 4 hours. And I said, Mom, can you call him? So she called him, everything was fine, but he was just really battling to get a potato. Like I can't believe
Is it
that.
because there's no food there?
There's not enough food, so there's big lines to get food, and the price is increased like a lot. So usually potato costs about like 15 to 20 hryvnias maximum, like in a grocery, like in a fancy shop. So it's like less than $1, and now he got it for 50 hryvnias per kilo. So it's almost like, no, it's less than $2, but still like from 15, 20 hryvnias to 50. And then he got some frozen fish because there's not much people selling stuff. And this really, like this worry me probably the most, because, I mean, according to food, because what if they will run out of food? Like, I don't know. She said that nothing new is bringing to the shops. But at least in Odessa today is quiet. And they have this air raid signals from time to time, but they're like for 10 minutes, and then they say that like they have special app now, and in Telegram groups they say go to the bunker, get out of the bunker, go to the bunker. But the problem is that in bunkers they have no satellite, there's no internet, and so it's crazy.
Yeah, everybody is like starting to kind of, because a lot of people were staying, you know, and they were like, it'll pass maybe, or it's not real, or maybe it was denial.
And today morning, like I got, I don't know, maybe 10 of my friends left today, and some of them are just like calling me crying. Like women say, like I can't, like I'm losing my mind. I'm like, she said, like I talked to my partner in Dnipro, and she say like everything is okay, everything is quiet, but I'm just losing my mind. I'm just by staying here and just I just can't do it anymore. So they all thinking about leaving now, and you know, some people saying like, oh, you left, you're not patriotic, you don't want to help your country. You know, we try to help as much as we can from our side. We're sending money, helping our people who helping, like who working as volunteers. It is their choice. They decided to stay there. So what we can do the best, because they can't make money at this moment, and nobody can basically. But what we can do, it's what we can support them. And today in the morning, I sent another money to my friend who are cooking for the soldiers, and they need like a plastic balls, like or something, and we're trying to find people who will do it like the wholesale or who have a production or something, and people are very supportive in this matter. So I think that like if you're useless according like other help, at least we can help with money.
Yeah.
Okay, we gotta go, and we just exploring the city. It's very cold and snowy today. We have no plans where we're gonna go next, but we're just checking the news and thinking what would be best for us and our family.
This is us driving through, I don't know what this place is called.
It says it's 5 li per hour. We need to find a parking machine or something. We found the castle, and it looks like in a movie. So cool. They have so much different cheese.
I can't eat any more cheese.
No, cheese is good. We can't like bread is.
Bread and cheese. Where are we going, Luba?
We going to the castle.
Up there.
I don't know. It's kind of. It seems like everything is working, but one, eh?
Oh wow. Dracula's castle.
We enter and we're coming up to the castle, and they didn't charge us because we are from Ukraine. They didn't charge. Usually ticket cost about $10. It's very nice of them and kind. I don't know which season is good to visit here, because at the moment here is not many people, even though like the little shops with the souvenirs are working, so it means that here should be. But today is Thursday, so maybe that's why on weekend might be more people. There is like several flags, and one of them is Ukrainian. And here is the castle. I wanted to get a tour or tour guide, but they said that you just need to go individual, because here even outside it's mandatory to wear masks. So the story behind this castle is not very kind. Yeah, you was reading. Here was Dracula, Vadim, or Vladimir. Vadim, yeah, was living. He was very, very cruel.
He would like stick people on sticks to like kill them, but he put a stick like up in their puppa. They would come out their shoulders and he just leave them there to hang.
Oh.
So I actually thought Dracula was like a cartoon character.
Not here in Romania.
That's actually a real thing. Billet.
So it's all fake, all these fireplaces,
It would be good if it was really warm in here.
but it's really cold. Remember, we saw that thing in the market in Odessa. Somebody was celebrating Valentine's Day here. What's the storytelling? So this painting on the wall hiding the secret, it's here. Wow, what does it say? It's the secret of what?
It reveals the secret staircase. Oh, the staircase is here, no?
Ah.
Oh,
Oh, wow.
It's extremely obvious. If no one can guess there's a staircase.
Oh my God, I will fall. Oh.
Oh, no, look. It must have gone through there, but they put this here.
I don't know, but
Yeah, look, see? It starts here.
but it's oi, oi.
Wow, this is cool.
It's so narrow. Oi. Here they said watch your head. And just like normal.
This is the music room.
But yeah. Here we should have get our sugar bowl.
This is a big fireplace. Is that there?
Fireplace is there further. What it says?
This is a big fireplace. Yeah, look at one of the fireplace. Look at that, measure how much work you have to do to cut the firewood. It's quite nice, it's like beautiful snow.
Like it's good that they have this sign here.
I'm gonna see if I can find a secret entrance that no one's found yet.
I'm sure you will. Here it is.
Treasures in there.
Oh wow, it's so high. He's busy doing his stuff. Letter writing.
Huh?
Letter writing. Chair shape of heart. Oh wow.
So for this reason, his name
Unfortunately, guys, can't tell you a lot about this place, but not too good. I don't know if it is real costumes, they were huge. Огромные, да, такие костюмы вообще? Do you think it's that place?
I don't know. You can go in there, can you? Excuse me.
Да. Okay, what are you getting?
Just getting a little something in case we run into a little trouble on the road.
A new iPhone.
A new iPhone.
Yes.
iPhone 15.
Yes, exactly.
Camera. How does it work? Oh wow. Original box.
I see.
Oh wow.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Perfect.
Now we're safe as ever.
I see. So today Luba's going to be cooking us a traditional.
I'm doing a surgery. I'm doing a surgery, you see? You see?
Luba's making a traditional. You can take the Luba out of Ukraine, but you can't take the Ukraine out of
Sala.
Luba. Sala, oily fish,
We're baking here. We're baking
potato and
it's a
meat,
little bit broken, but
which pretty much consists of all of Ukrainian delicacy type foods: flour, meat, and potatoes.
Yes.
So what are we making here? Let's.
here I need to take bones because you will complain.
I don't think the bones are going to be something I'll complain about.
Yeah, and we will.
And some sala, which is.
Salad is on the top, and then we
like
have a
perfect.
piece of salmon. So basically, like all we have, we thought that it's salty and it goes good with potato, but it's raw.
So yeah, so Mum, if you're watching this, yes, we are eating. Wow.
Yeah, we bought, and here like potato in Europe cost now cheaper than in Ukraine where we grow it.
Yeah.
Good evening here in Romania, day number 8 since the nightmare started.
What time is it? It's late. It's 11:20. So we just kind of, what's been happening? We've been trying to really sort of, that's a great time for that thing on the wall to make that strange noise. But we've been trying to
We're paranoid, like we can't breathe. Like I look at people, I'm scared. I listen some sounds, I'm scared.
we've been trying to figure out like what to do. Because we've got several different options really, haven't we? That's what, and like by the hour it changes of where we're gonna go. What do we think is a safe place? You know, like we have this, inkling that, it's not gonna stop at Ukraine, it's gonna come through into like Moldova. Is the reason that we left Moldova, came over to Romania. Is that even safe? Is any NATO country kind of safe? And we sort of talked about what should we talk about in these videos, and we don't want to like scare people, or we don't want to have conspiracy theories or anything like that. But these are real things that we have to think about because, up until last week, I thought the whole thing was bullshit and everyone was just talking rubbish. And now, like, nothing that people suggest could never ever be an option, So it's about trying to find something that's safe. We know that in UK, if in UK, Ukrainians, if they have a family member there, or they get sponsored by a company, then they can go to UK, and that's not a problem. I'm from UK, even though I sound like I'm from New Zealand.
What you sound like you're from New Zealand.
I sound like I'm
You're
from New Zealand.
pretending.
I'm actually from UK, so, and I have a company there, so I can sponsor them as well, or we have friends there as well who could, you know, help out as well. So we're talking about that as well.
They're helping a lot over here in Europe, so that even in Europe you can get the 3 years. So they don't want everybody to seek for political asylum because they understand that, you know, in one point of time everybody will hopefully go home, no matter how this home will look like. So they don't really giving a political asylum, even though you can ask for, but they're just helping people with the residentials.
But it's actually pretty good, yeah, because like
in all EU.
Yeah, and it's also like you can, because normally if you get, I think if you get asylum, you have to stay there. It's not like you can go there and say, "Hey, I got asylum," then you get. Actually, I'm just going to go back home. So what they're saying is, we got to do some more checks on it and that sort of stuff. And we're talking.
Just stay here, work, like you will have rights to work if you are in EU. So like I think that, you know, like I feeling like when you're getting really cold outside, then you're coming home and it's like this all heat is getting out of you. This is how I feel for the last days. Like I'm super tired, like even though I'm always like super energetic, but I'm like I have zero energy, and I talk to my parents all the time.
Yeah.
And like if something, like we got these horrible messages that these like groups like bombarded with some bad news,
Yeah.
we immediately message in his family and like, how are you? And everybody like tick 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 tick, all good, and we're like, oh, okay.
Yeah, half the problem is that like yesterday we really tried to stay away from it. And one thing I noticed yesterday evening is that, you know, we went and bought a bottle of wine. You know, we had some dinner and we were kind of laughing and we were ourselves. We were giving each other a lot of shit, and it was just kind of like, you kind of forget, you don't forget, but it's kind of not there, it's not as present. But then you start, and the next day you're getting messages and you hear that, oh my God, there's like warships heading towards Odessa. So then you start looking it up and you start researching it and trying to find out the information. And then it all, you know, you realize, you know, it's just, yeah, it's difficult. You're like stuck in like this tornado, right? And you just kind of want to get out of it. And that's how you feel, is like you're waiting for it to happen because you feel like it's going to happen and there's no way anything can stop it. They're trying to do these like peace talks or these negotiations, which I personally think it's all just a ruse. I think it's just bullshit just to make it look like that, you know. I think that Russia or Putin or Russia will say they already have a plan in mind and that they're throwing up ideas that could never ever be achieved. It'd be like having, you know, you've got an argument, a dispute with your neighbour and you want to settle it, but the conditions of the settlement is that your neighbour says, well, how about this? To settle this argument, you give me your house, but you're allowed to live there. You know, nobody's ever going to agree to that, and you know, Russia knows that as well. So it's just kind of pointless. So
I constantly online with people who still crossing the border, and a lot of my friends with children, they trying. And one of my friends, she said like, we finally at the hotel, and I'm like, oh, congratulations, you passed the border, everything is good. She say, no, we didn't make it through. So they just have a small kids and they just decided to stay somewhere on the border because they can't move any further. And then there was a guy, he's from the business community that I joined. So I don't even know him. I never met him before. So like it's like community, and we have like Odessa and we have like all different cities. So I don't even remember. I post something like how we did it, and then he messaged, like start asking the questions. So today, like I've been in touch with him constantly for 2 days, and it was interesting that I don't even know him, but we become like such a good friends. And he said like, Lubas, thank you so much for all your support and all your advice. I did everything that you've done, and you know, it helps a lot because like it's different situation. Like he is a single dad, like his wife literally died. So, and they didn't want to let him go today. This is like, I don't know, maybe I don't have rights to say that, but really like there's a small kid and he has a documents that his wife died, and they say, no, where's the court solution?
The
he
court
said,
order.
what, like he said, what, like small child, I'm his father, his mother died, so what else should I show you? I have nothing. I've been traveling the world, I was doing a lot of stuff with my kid and nobody was telling me, and now all of a sudden. So this is like so sad, and like
it's so ruthless out there. It's like now, like if you know, there's like, you know, the stories of guys walking through, guys being able to negotiate through it, like guys of crying wives with newborn babies have just given birth. It kind of was like, yeah, it was a little bit sort of, yeah, you can get through or you can't. There's stories of guys like bribing through, but now what we're hearing is that, you know, if a guy tries to bribe his way through or just tries to offer something at these checkpoints, they just take him, arrest him, take him straight to the military, and he's basically given a gun, I guess, and said, you know, go and fight. So it's getting pretty crazy out there. It's like, it's not, you know, it's not easing up, you know, and all of these, the talks of, they're saying, you know, they're pushing back Russian army. Like, I think it's all just part of the strategy from the Russian side, you know. So now it's, for us, it's like, it's just waiting to see how bad it will be. It's not, will it happen or won't happen? You know, we got like messages today from, I can't think of where they came from, to be honest, but it was that there were like warships coming from Crimea that were going to hit Odessa. And so today when I saw that, like, it's been on edge, I'm checking my phone, and of course, like, your mood goes down and you just know it's about to happen. And like, I know by the time you get up in the morning, something has probably happened, you know, or if it's not tomorrow, it's, you know, and most of these things I would imagine would happen at night, like under the cover of darkness, would make a lot of sense. But the amount of like text messages, and a lot of it is support, and we love all that stuff, you know, like, we're so appreciative for it. But then a lot of it also was like people warning you, get out, you know, watch out for this, and you just don't know where to look. You know, it's not like you get someone a message, it's like 30 messages in a day of all different news sources, all saying all sorts of different things. And so it just does your head in, like, it really messes with your head, you know.
And thank you so much for everybody who's supporting with money. Like, we're transferring this money to the volunteers, you know, there's trusted people that we know that can help, that buying medicine, that buying food, that buying like different like things that the army is asking, like somebody will asking just for literally warm socks, like it's the only thing that they need. And today, like, they really they needed like kind of like plastic containers so they can transfer easily, like soup, so they can eat something and it's not leaking. So the times are crazy, so thank you so much for all of your support, and we will keep you tuned. Like, we will update you with everything that we can. You know, we're trying to stay, like, we're trying to keep living our life, even though, like, for me it's like super painful, because, you know, I talk to my mom like probably 5, 6, 7 times a day, and for her, she said, like, when you go somewhere, like even this castle, she say, oh my god, it's so nice, like, thank you so much, like, it's like I'm traveling with you. So I try to cheer them up, you know, even with this. So if we go somewhere, just immediately, you know, share with them, and for them it's like it's like a support. So this is it for now. We're really pretty exhausted. It's, what time is it now? It's almost midnight, and
tomorrow we have to drive for days, probably.
Yeah,
we think, we're not sure yet.
We don't have any final destination, but we're definitely living our rugged life now.
Yeah, so yeah, hopefully we'll get back. If you guys, like, some of you guys have followed maybe us on other channels, we're normally a lot more funnier and joking, so I'm hoping that we soon start giving each other a bit of shit like we used to. So, and
we have a Telegram community that we can, you know, update or answer your messages pretty quickly. So under the description below this video will be, it's free community where you can join, ask some questions, and there you will have the most recent information. We see you guys tomorrow.
We'll see you later.